So we're going to talk through health, fitness and exercise. We'll be looking at here at the different components of fitness, and we'll be looking at some of the different types of fitness testing as well. So fitness can be broken down into different components or parts. So this is health related components. Remember, health related. So health related are muscle endurance, strength, cardiovascular fitness. You guys will call that stamina, but we're using cardiovascular fitness. Flexibility, body composition. There are also skill-related components. Now, this is your speed, your agility, your coordination, your reaction time, your balance, and your power. Now, these subdivisions make it easier to understand fitness and also to understand the different requirements of sporting activities and the different roles within the same activity. For example, if we look at a game of field hockey, the top 3 fitness requirements of a goalkeeper and the midfielder might look like this. So a goalkeeper, even if you take it to football as well, they need to have good agility, good reaction time, and good flexibility. Now, someone who plays in the same game but different position might be more important that they have good cardiovascular fitness. They might need good power and good muscle endurance. So it says that different positions in a game can have different components. It is obvious that the training for these 2 positions must be completely different and must focus on specific requirements, specific again, of the individual position. Fitness testing is an essential feature of all fitness training and will be used before training begins, during the training program, and again at the end of the training program. So this is actually key when we come to do our NEA as well. The importance of fitness testing. Okay, so we assess before, we assess during, and we assess at the end. So we take a baseline to see how good they are. We take it in the middle to see how they are getting. Are they improving? Is our training effective? Then we take it at the end to actually see, has our training worked? So the components of fitness definitions, examples and tests. So cardiovascular endurance and stamina. So the definitions, it's good to have a definition for each one of these in your head. It could ask you for a definition. So the ability of the heart, lungs and blood to transport oxygen during sustained exercise. Our heart and lungs are able to cope with the activity for relatively long periods of time without getting tired. Now, you could be asked about the different tests. So for cardiovascular endurance, it is the multi-stage fitness test. We call it the bleep test, but you need to know the correct term. You will not get a mark for bleep test. The bleep test as well, it might ask you how far it is run over. It is run over 20 meters. Make sure you can explain the bleep test. A second test is the 12-minute Cooper run to see how far you can run in 12 minutes. Muscle endurance. So our definition, the ability to use voluntary muscles repeatedly without tiring. Now, we have got 2 tests here. One I always refer to is actually test 2, the press-up test. So how many press-ups you can do in 30 seconds or 1 minute. We can also do the sit-up test. Now, a question on the paper talked about this test before, and they asked what muscles were used. People put abs, and they did not get a mark. If you're referring to muscles, you need to write the full name of the muscle out. Do not shorten it. Speed. Definition, the ability to move all or part of the body as quickly as possible. Once again, with this test, you might be asked how far. It is the 30-meter sprint test. Run as fast as possible for 30 meters from a standing or rolling start. Time is recorded. So make sure you know how far it is, that it's related to speed, and you can talk through the test. Strength. Definition. The ability of a muscle to apply force and overcome resistance, or the amount of force a muscle can exert. Now, we got this one wrong in our papers before. Remember, it's the hand grip. So it's squeezing something as hard as we can. Or we've got a rep max. Now, a problem with this is, in an exam paper before, they didn't give a mark for that. So let's make sure we always put the hand grip test, please. Flexibility. The definition, the range of movement at a joint. That is the key. That is what they're looking for, the range of movement at a joint. It's the ability to move the joint through their full range of motion. But the key part there is the range of movement at a joint. The test here is the sit and reach test. So read through this, make sure you explain it. This is the one where we sit with our legs flat on the floor. There is a box and we stretch as far as we can and to try and touch the record on the box. But I will do another video showing these different tests. Agility run. So it's Illinois agility run. Now we need to, with this as well, need to remember the 10 meters by 5 meters. So remember the length of the test, that's something you could be asked. So the definition, the ability to change the direction or position of the body at speed. So you should remember the course of our Illinois agility run. The course is completed in the shortest possible time. The starting positions, you start lying face down. The time is recorded and compared with other results. You lie face down here and then you're running around the course and doing it as quick as you can. Use of test data. All of fitness tests provide data which can be compared to normative scores. So people from all around the country, the world, or even we could do it just within our school. These normative scores are indicators of how the participants have performed in comparison to the general population. Fitness tests are only relevant when the scores are compared to normative data. However, highly trained athletes may find that normative comparisons are no longer relative to their own progress. So this is really saying here for us, we can compare our multi-stage fitness test scores to the rest of 16-year-olds to see where you fall nationally. Is your fitness below, average, or above the national range? But the same for elite athletes, well, it doesn't really matter because we expect their fitness to be way above it anyway. So they might just compare their results with themselves to see if they're improving.